Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Daily Ramble. I'm your host, LucaTheJackal, and I'm happy to be back once again and doing this fun little podcast. It's been a rough past few weeks, and I'm sure you've all seen by the types of uploads I've been having. There's been a lot of stalling. There's been a lot of just small stuff that's just me going, oh, okay, let me just throw something out there just so I can put some filler in. It's hard. I'll give you that. It's pretty hard to actually, um, get proper content out. I don't know what to do. I don't have too much time to do it. And for the bigger videos that I do have in mind, I'm still like not motivated in doing any of them right now, and it sucks a lot. But I should be able to get a resurgence soon enough. But I say that pretty much every single one of the videos I make, by all means. But yeah, I think a quick little update probably necessary, right? Like, I'm working on the I know which Splunkology video I want to do next. Yes, I am still continuing that series. Luca, you worked on that video for a month and a half on that, and you complained about it all the time. You really just want to immediately get into a new one? Yes. Um, the video I'm planning to do should probably be a lot easier to do compared to the Shopkeeper one. There's definitely going to be some nitty-gritty stuff that's going to be necessary, but at the same time, I think it's going to be another helpful video, and it should be a lot easier compared to the other idea I have. And I think I'll just probably say it upright this time. It's going to be an item guide. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be like, oh, hey, here's the items of Splunky 2. Here's how you get them. Here's how you use them, so on and so forth. And otherwise, my ideas was, okay, well, I can do hired hands. I can talk. Hired hands is a big one. That was actually like the first idea. It's where Splunkology originally spawned in from, actually. Because it was the first. I was like, oh, I should make a funny video over hired hands, and I was like, well, wait, what if I actually made like a full-on guide over hired hands? That could be interesting. And then eventually it became Splunkology, and I went to Shopkeepers first for, I don't remember exactly why, but I did. But that's basically how I ended up with the Splunkology series, and I think it's a fun series. A lot of people actually really like that one, and it got a lot of attention, which made me really happy. So I'm very eager to do more of it, and I think it's going to be a pretty good staple of the channel for a decent bit. But sorry about that. But yeah, no, that's basically the plan. I've got a bunch of other ideas that I'm gonna have to just try and work on and make sure I actually do. But in terms of the bigger videos, I've got the Splunkology plan, and I'm gonna try and go with that. And I'll be posting Twitch highlights. I'll be posting probably some other short stuff when the time comes, and I do have more ideas, more Let's Play kind of content, and I think that's what I want to try and focus my channel on, is more Let's Play sort of content, where I sit down, play a game, talk over it, because I think it's fun. And it'll definitely be, like, in-game commentary, compared to how the Daily Rambles are, which is post-commentary. I'm sitting here, I'm just watching the VOD of me playing through the daily, and I just record it when I get the chance. But enough about the general updates. I think what we're going to be talking about today, seeing that I have hit 150 subscribers now. I hit 100 a little bit ago, not too long ago recently, and we're already at 150, which is honestly pretty insane. And I'm still really happy about it. So thank you to everyone so much for sticking around and watching these videos, and being a nice subscriber to the channel. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to do so. I would be very happy to have you come along for the ride. You're always welcome. Worst case scenario, you just decide you don't like my content after a month or so, and you just unsubscribe. I'm like, that's fine. I'll forgive you. Right? I'll forgive you just that one time. But as seeing that I've reached, 150 subscribers, I think it's a bit reasonable to talk about my my earlier YouTube career, and I also have this shorter episode, which the other ideas I had for the Daily Rambles would probably fit better for longer videos. And the dailies I have recorded are just, they're so long. I've got like 40-50 minute VODs. It's ridiculous. And this one's just a nice little 25-minute one that I recorded yesterday, actually, I believe, which very, very nice. It was a really interesting run, and I'm glad I was able to do it. And actually, like, you know, not die in 1-3. But we're gonna be talking about like history of my YouTube career, not just with this channel, but prior. And I think I think it'll be an interesting topic to talk about. But we'll start with, you know, the simple basics of, you know, I was a kid, believe it or not, once. I was not just some angsty teenager my whole life. I kind of got known to video games and technology kind of young on. You know, kindergarten. At the preschool or kindergarten is when I got my first Wii. And that was an interesting story. We popped over. There was like a little raffle at our school, and it was like, hey, you put your name in the pot, and you could win a Nintendo Wii. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I don't know if we won it or not. I just know that a week or so later, we went to a store and we bought a Wii. And that was basically where I started, you know, playing video games. And then eventually we got, like, you know, we got some smaller tablets. We got like the Nook. We got the Nook. That was the tablet. I didn't have like an iPad or anything growing up. I didn't even have I obviously didn't have an iPhone because, you know, I wasn't ridiculously spoiled. Actually, I was ridiculously spoiled. But I had the Nook, and that was basically my my form of entertainment of the online world, excluding the big computer we had. But I didn't do much online with it. The most I really did was play Lego Universe and Minecraft, and Lego Universe didn't happen until a while later. But my first introduction to YouTube, basically, it's very it's something, it's for certain, because I would watch YouTube videos, but I would watch them completely differently to how everyone else would. Because, you know, most people, they go on YouTube and they go, okay, I'm gonna watch this video, and they watch that video. They see a video and they recommend it and they want to watch it, they go, okay, I'm gonna watch that video. They do that. What I would do, I had Angry Birds and Skylanders were two games I liked a lot, but with those games, there were like little trailers, teasers. I don't know exactly what they were for, but they were just like on the website of the I believe the Skylanders one was on the website for Skylanders, and then there was the I think the Angry Birds one was just a video in itself that was just inside the app. But basically what I would do is I would skip through that whole video, and then I would go straight towards the end, and I would go, okay, you know, we got all these videos that they recommend you at the end of every video. You know, you got all the boxes that pop up once you're done watching the video. You'll see them when you end this video, but those would come up, and I would go, okay, I want to watch this sort of video. I want to watch this Angry Birds kind of thing, and I would click on that, and then I would watch it. And yeah, so I would just look in the recommended and see, okay, which video do I want to watch? And if I wanted to watch it, I would click on it. And if there wasn't a video that I wanted to, if there wasn't any video that I was interested in, I would just find a video related to it, and then I would just I would just look at a video similar to it, and then I would see if I could get something close to it, right? Because I'm like, oh, I want to watch the plushie videos where they have the plushies and they do the plushie things. Also, this stupid fucking dog just killed my turkey, and I'm extremely upset. I was tempted to kill him, but I was like, you know what? We're changing the run-up, because I wanted this to be a turkey percent, and then he just killed my turkey, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna get just a pet run. and then it evolves later on, and I'll explain that then. But where was I? Yeah, I would just, I'm like, oh, I want to watch the plushie videos, and like, you know, those are, you can't, I didn't have the idea of just, you know, going on to YouTube and just looking at those videos, because I was an extremely anxious kid. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. So I would just look at a bunch of Angry Bird videos. If there was something that looked like it would lead me to the plushie videos, I would watch those. Otherwise, I just kept kind of searching for a while, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But that was how I watched YouTube videos back in the day, and that was how I watched a lot of, that's how I did a lot of stuff. I know you guys are like, this is the future. This is what the future of planet Earth is supposed to be like. It is. You should have absolute faith in me, okay? Please understand. But that was my like first experience with YouTube, and I don't know how long it was like that, but it was like that for a decent bit. And then eventually I actually started to go onto YouTube for like regular YouTube stuff, like, you know, to watch regular YouTube videos. I think my first like experience with normal YouTube was because like, oh, I want to watch the episodes of the Pokemon anime, so I would go onto the YouTube.com and I would look at the Kalos episodes of the anime, and I was extremely anxious about such. I was a weird person growing up, and I still kind of am, because I was just like a extremely strict rule follower, because I was just petrified of upsetting my parents. And before you guys go, wow, he had terrible parents, they're great, I was just a scared little baby. You gotta understand. That's a different topic for a different day, but basically I sat at the computer and I watched a few episodes of the Pokemon anime. I don't know if it were like full episodes or if they were like clips, but I watched a decent bit of it, but I had the volume like on absolute low, and I'm sitting at the computer like, oh my gosh, I hope nobody finds out. Oh no. Because I don't think I had headphones either. And that was my first experience. That was kind of the first experience I had with like YouTube. And then eventually, it gets even better. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can watch YouTube on my Nintendo 3DS. And I know you guys are like, dude, this guy's actually insane. I'm terrified of him now. No, I watched a vast majority of YouTube on my Nintendo 3DS, and that is where I really kind of discovered a lot of YouTube stuff. And that's where I discovered a lot of the content creators I like today, including Alpharad. He's a really cool guy, and that's where I watched all my my YouTube stuff for a good while, and it is the most opened app in my Nintendo 3DS, and it's like not even close. It's in the 1,000 somethings. I'd have to check. I could check right now. Actually, we're gonna do that. Can we? I don't want to, actually. We're not doing that. But basically, yeah, that was how I kind of discovered YouTube as, you know, a viewing platform, but actually making content on the platform didn't really change for a while. Because I was obviously interested in it, and I had even done like fake Let's Plays before. I had my dad's phone set up on a stand in front of the computer, and I played Minecraft, you know, being a terrible Let's Player. I obviously never posted it because, like, A, I can't, B, I'm too anxious to do that with my parents. But that was like my first instance of playing, of doing actual Let's Play content. And then eventually, what happened was I got a laptop, which that took forever. But I got a laptop, and I was like, oh, I wanna make YouTube content, right? Because it was fun, and I was in film class at the time, I believe, because I was like, oh, I want to learn how to edit. That was the reason I joined film class and took it for 4 years, is because I wanted to learn how to edit. Not because I wanted to learn films, because I wanted to learn how to edit. But you know, the class paid off, for sure. Um, but I had my laptop then, and then I had, you know, a YouTube channel on my main account, and I was like, oh, I want to make YouTube content. My first video was a really bad raster combo video in Rivals of Ether, which is a platform fighter, and it's like Smash Bros. And it's really good. And there were like custom abilities the characters had, and I'm like, oh, I wanna make a cool combo video showing Raster with his turbo mode, which was basically if you hit a move, you were able to cancel it into a different move. And basically, what I did, I held the button at a I held the button, I faced towards the opponent, I pressed the attack button a bunch of times, and eventually they died. And it was a really bad video. And most of the other videos weren't much better either, and I had less direction with that channel than I did with my own. And that was something. I had like no direction with that channel, and I just kind of kept. I wouldn't make videos regularly. I just kind of post them out, every so often. Let's look up some of those videos right now. Actually, look at those pitiful 14 subscribers. Yeah. So you know, my first video that was the custom raster video, and then I made like a montage with him, and with a friend, and we were like, I'm like, oh, I want to sit down, I want to make like a big custom Rivals of Ether montage. And then a side note is that my editing software absolutely sucked, so I just, anytime I tried to make like actual videos, it would just kind of crash on me if I tried doing literally anything. And it sucked, and that's one of the many reasons I did not make much content. Because I just had a really bad editor, and there was like not much I could really do about it. So I scrapped that idea, and then a few months later I was like, oh hey, these are here. So I just kind of trimmed them down. I made that video. I made a clickbaity Mario Party video. You might have seen that one before, you might not have. And I did 2 Let's Play things of Splunky. 11 views on episode 1, 1 view on episode 2. That happened. And then I just posted a bunch of Smash stuff, and then eventually I posted a bunch of Smash montages. That was what happened, and then that was my channel. It was not a very concrete channel, that is for certain. It's definitely a lot different compared to what I'm making now, where I have a general idea of what I'm doing. Also, watch this sick octopus dodge. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm so cool. But that was my first channel, and I wouldn't make too much content on it, and I would have made more content on it, but that was like, this was my main email account, which is something we needed to note. And obviously, when I'm getting into the real world where I have to go, okay, well, here's my job, here's my family, here's my school life of being in college, you can't really be LucaTheJackal on that thing. You really couldn't. So I just kind of changed my account name back to, you know, my real name, and then I was just like, okay, that is that's my that was the end of the channel, because like I don't want to make my brand off of my real name. That's not how we do content. I mean, people do that, but like that's not the brand I wanted to have. I wanted to be LucaTheJackal on YouTube, and that's kind of what I stuck with. And how long later, the last video I uploaded on that channel, I believe, was before quarantine. Let's see here. Yeah, that last video on the channel I made was May 12th, 2020. which, if you don't know, that was a long time ago. That was a very long time ago. That was the end of, that was like midway through. Um, yeah, that was my senior year, because this is 2020, right? No, no. That was junior year. Yes, that was junior year, and we were a bit before quarantine, so I was trying to make that video because I wanted to just make a big Smash montage, and that's what I did. And then COVID hit. Maybe that was. I think actually no. Actually no, that was after quarantine hit. I just came into class a few times afterwards because that was the only editor I had, so I wanted to make that video. Or no, I think, or did I make that on my Switch? I don't know. I made it regardless, and then eventually, a year later, I got a brand new laptop, and I was like, hey, I can actually like go back to making YouTube videos with this thing, because I can actually like use an editing software, question mark, and it's worked pretty well for the most part. So I was very happy with that. So, but basically, what was I saying? But I was like, oh, I actually want to make more YouTube content again, because that sounds like a fun thing to do, and I want to be able to do that thing more. So I sat down, I made a brand new account. I made the LucaTheJackal account, and I made the email account specifically for specifically just so I could do just so I could do YouTube stuff. And I had the competition with my friends. You guys have probably seen how I beat my friends in a Minecraft Emerald War. If you haven't, it's a really good video. Go check that out. But I made that video. We did the competition in like March, and like maybe mid-April. No, it was March. It was March when we made that, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, oh, I wanted to make a video for that in general, and I had like the ability to do so. Now I realize that, so I just kind of went, oh, I'm gonna make that video, and I put myself up to the task. I got Premiere Pro, completely legally, 100%, and then that was just kind of how it went. I made the video, I posted the video, and then I started that YouTube channel. I was like, oh, I made the YouTube channel now. That's perfect. That's great. I'm gonna be able to make more YouTube content, and then I did not make more YouTube content. I did quite the opposite, actually. Oh no, I paused the video. Oh no, I paused the video. Oh, that's gonna be so desynced. Oh god, oh fuck. Oh god, oh fuck. Oh. But no, when did I post? The next video I posted was in July, which was 2 months later. And that was speedrunning in Spelunky 2 is easy, because I joined the Spelunky 2 community, and I was like, you know, speedrunning, that's kind of a big thing, and I kind of wanted to do it for a multiple reason, because like, okay, it looked fun, B, I want internet points, and C, like, well, I can post something on my YouTube. There's an excuse for that now. It's perfect. It's amazing. So I did that for a while, and then eventually I just kind of kept going with it. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make. I had no idea what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be real with you. I still really have no idea what I'm doing with my channel. I'm getting a better idea. I want to say that I want to do more commentary stuff, where either it's scripted, either it's not scripted, either, you know, let's play content where I just sit down, I play the video game, similar to like the Twitch highlights, but obviously they're not Twitch highlights. But I think the format for that is pretty easy, where I play the game, I talk over it in live time, and then I just edit what I feel is the notable highlights of it, and that's what I wanted to do. And I think that's kind of what I want to do now, because it seems like a lot of fun. So I've got a couple of games that I think I might start playing when I get the chance. So stay tuned for those, hopefully. But I also like scripted content a lot because, again, I took film for 4 years. Making scripted stuff is pretty fun when you know how to do it. But I like to think of myself as much more of an improv guy than anything else. So expect a little bit of both, but a lot of that it's probably just going to be me talking. Because I like talking. Talking's just talking's just fun. And also this run's just a Tiamat finish. I think that's probably pretty clear because I wanted to keep my pets throughout the whole run. And I can't really bring a pet with me into the Sunken City, which sucks. But oh, yep, and then I messed up all the bomb cooks, so I just had one. And then I decided I'm going to kill Tiamat now with Cheelin. And you guys are like, guys, Luca, why didn't you just, you know, kill Tiamat with the axolotl? You can telefrag them. And we'll get to that. Okay, I promise. But basically, but yeah, that's kind of just the history of you guys. Most of you probably know where I got to from that point. I uploaded a bit more variety content. I just kind of threw stuff at the board, see what stuck. I uploaded Spammed and Chop all dialogue. I got 150,000 views. I got 150 subscribers. And yeah, ta-da. And here I am now. Still trying to figure it out. I'm sure when I get more subscribers down the line, I will be posting, you know, a different videos similar to this, and I'll be like, oh, well, hey, here's the crazy, here's my full history of my full life, including the YouTube stuff. I don't know. Will that be 1,000? Maybe? I don't know. Do you guys want that to be the 1,000 subscriber special? Let me know. I'm fine to do that. That wouldn't be mine. I have an idea. I know exactly what I'm doing for my 1,000 subscriber special, and I think it's going to be a really funny video. I don't know how many people are going to approve of it, but it will be a funny video. But no, that's basically the history of my YouTube channel. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, and I'm happy to do so. I've got more Daily Ramble ideas down the line, and I hope you guys are excited for them, because I've got like 40-50 minute Daily Rambles that I need to record. And if I can figure out a good topic to really talk about, I will absolutely be able to, like, do that. Also, look at I love the screen. Both of them get the hop in. It's amazing. If I really wanted to, I could have done like a hired hand stuff and brought like multiple pets. I could have gotten a turkey, I could have gotten a rock dog, and I could have brought them all into this. That would have been amazing. But yeah, that was. I'm glad I'm able to do these things. So I have to thank you guys once again for letting me do the Daily Ramble videos. And yeah, that's kind of all I've really got to say. Thank you guys so much once again for watching and listening to this. It's basically a podcast. My original idea was like, oh, I'm gonna sit down, talk about more sensitive topics, and then move on with my day. And it's basically a podcast. I've got more podcast ideas down the line too, so stay tuned for those. I hope you guys are excited for the content down the line, because I am too. But again, if you want to see that content, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell, because it's going to be coming at you. Until next time, I'll see you all later.